Hello students. In the last class we have discussed about the oxidation of food substances, and today we will discuss the other part of the respiration, that is the physical process of breathing. Now breathing consists of two major parts. One is the inhalation, that is when we take in oxygen, and other is the exhalation, that is when we give out carbon dioxide. Now, first of all, we will discuss about the breathing in the plants. Now, if we go on for the plant, we'll find stomata is the region where from this entry or exit of the gases, respiratory gases occurs. Now, stomata, if we go on for the structure of the stomata, we'll find that this is a stomatal pore, and above this stomatal pore, there is a large amount of intercellular space. This space is called substomatal space, and this space is filled of air, and it is a region where from the cells are taking oxygen or giving out carbon dioxide. So exchange of gases occurs in these intercellular spaces. So these are the region where the exchange of gases takes place, and finally the gas is released or from this stomata. Now the exchange of gas in plants or direction of the gases, diffusion of gases, is mainly dependent on the environmental condition and the requirement of the plant. Environmental condition, that is the concentration of carbon dioxide, oxygen, etc., and the requirement of plant, it is very vital. Now think of day. During day what happens? Plant is performing two important phenomena, that is respiration and photosynthesis. And we know during day the rate of photosynthesis is comparatively higher than respiration. So whatever oxygen is produced in photosynthesis will be utilized in the respiration, still certain amount will be left, and that will be released from the plant. And whatever carbon dioxide is produced or released by respiration, that will be utilized by photosynthesis, but still the rate of photosynthesis is higher, so it will require more carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide will enter in the plant. So during day what happened? Rate of photosynthesis is high, so oxygen released is much more than the rate of respiration, so oxygen will be released out, and rate of respiration is comparatively low, so carbon dioxide is released is not sufficient for photosynthesis, so plant will take carbon dioxide. During night what happens? Photosynthesis is very low, rate of photosynthesis, but rate of respiration continues to be high. So here oxygen will be taken in and carbon dioxide will be released out from the plant. Now we will move to the respiration or breathing in animals. Breathing in animals have a special respiratory organ. In animals possess a special respiratory organ for breathing. First of all, go on for the aquatic animals like fish. Now aquatic animals takes the source of their oxygen is the dissolved oxygen in the water. Now fish generally respires through gills. So gills are fine filaments and which are surrounded by blood vessels, blood capillaries. First of all, the water enters through the mouth of the fish. This water is forced along with the oxygen. This water is forced to the gills where the blood capillaries take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide, and that oxygen is taken by the blood to different parts. Now, in aquatic animals, another thing is significant, that their respiration rate or breathing rate is very high. Why breathing rate is very high? Think of the terrestrial condition. In atmospheric condition, terrestrial atmospheric condition, we have 20% of oxygen in the atmosphere. But in water, we have only 1% of dissolved oxygen. So the organism which are present in water have to breathe much faster to get sufficient of oxygen for their life process. Next is the characteristics of the respiratory organs. Now respiratory organs which the terrestrial animals have or the organisms or animals have, they have certain characters. What are the characters? Number one, the structure will be such that it will have increased surface area in contact of oxygen rich atmosphere. So the structure will be such that it will have increased surface area in contact of oxygen rich atmosphere, so that maximum oxygen can enter in the organ. Next, the exchange, this organ will facilitate the exchange of gases. And how it will facilitate the exchange of gases? It should be thin and delicate. And finally, since this organ is thin, delicate, and is vital, so it needs certain protection. So it should be present inside the body, where the air will be, where there will be certain passages, air will enter inside the body to reach that particular organ. And now, since the organ is present inside the body and air has to reach this, there should be some mechanism which will help the air to move in or move out. So first of all, there should be increased surface area in the respiratory organs, so more in contact of oxygen rich atmosphere. Number two, there will be this organ will facilitate exchange of gases, so that it should be thin and delicate. Number three, it should be protected well and should be present inside the body. And number four, there should be a mechanism where the air can enter or move out of the body. Okay, so still this today. Thank you.